Because guys, when you're ready to love someone and you are invested and they leave, you can't tell me that your heart was never in it. Like, what is up, everybody? Welcome to Growing with Me, where real is our norm and growth is our goal. My name is Morangi Faith and I'm going to be your host for this channel. Okay, so let's get started. Okay guys, I'm sure that as you can tell by the title of this video, today's topic is a bit juicier, I'd say. And the reason for this video is because I ran a Q&A poll on my Instagram like a week ago, and one of the girls from home, and she's like 15, right? She asked me, how do you deal with heartbreak or breakups? So I was like, wouldn't it be nice to know? Because personally, I felt like I have not had the best, I've not been the best at dealing with breakups. So I was like, wow, little sis, I wish I could give you all the right answers, but personally, I don't have them. So that's what we're going to talk about today, because like I said, this is a channel for all of my flaws, my mishaps, and my experiences. So that is what we're here to talk about today, is basically just the fear of love after heartbreaks. Alright, so personally for me, my last heartbreak and my last breakup were two separate occasions. My last breakup was last year October with a boyfriend, and my last heartbreak was this year around February with someone I was getting to know on that level. So yeah, guys, this is actually I mean, I'm not gonna say what happened, but the breakup was a breakup. It was sad. It was messy. It was snot and tears for like a good 4 months. The situation wasn't messy, but I was a mess after it happened. But the heartbreak, which was this year February, made me realize how I actually wasn't ready for a new thing after the breakup. The heartbreak was like a disappointment. It was like you're getting to know this person and you pray to God, God, is this the right one? And God actually shows you that he's not the right one. And I'm like, oh God, I was actually expecting a yes. So I guess this is why they say, when you pray for something, don't have a preconceived idea of what God's answer should be. Because when it's not, you're not going to be too pleased about it. Or you're going to hear the wrong answer because you're going to hear your answer, which is actually not the answer. But God showed me this in a way that was like, okay, this is definitely not going to work out. Like, it was a situation that I just couldn't stay in. Like, I would have been a clown if I stayed. But yeah, after that occurrence, I was anti-men, y'all. I was like, you know what? Men can miss me. Y'all, I actually sent my brother a text message. After that occurrence. I'm gonna put it somewhere here because I probably still have the chat or somewhere here. I don't know. But yeah, I was just so closed off. Like, any man that came near me after that, I was like, no, I'm not interested in men. And I was like, what they can take from that is either I am not straight or I have a boyfriend or something. But either answer is fine with me, because I didn't want anything to have to do with a relationship with a man. I was just like, no, they just gonna come here, they're gonna hurt me, they're gonna leave. Or they're just gonna come here, they're gonna love me, and then they're gonna leave. Like, you know, I was just very closed off about it, about the whole idea of a relationship, of love. And I remember one of my friends, she had like a similar, okay, she didn't have a similar situation, but she was getting to know a guy, it didn't work out. And then she came to my room and she was very sad about it. And I was like, hey man, I'm sorry. But you know what? We live and we grow. And she was like, yeah, and some of us grow bitter. And I was like, excuse me? So when she made that observation, I had the choice of saying, am I going to take this and introspect? Or am I just going to, like, you know, brush it off? I was like, okay, but why? She wouldn't just say that. So why did she? And y'all, like, you know, self-introspection is not a fun place. Like, you uncover some ugly in it. So I realized that, okay, you know what? I actually am pretty bitter. And that's because when the breakup happened, I just cried. And I thought me crying was healing, but it wasn't. That's last year's breakup. And then when the heartbreak happened, or the disappointment rather, when that happened, I was just like closed off to the idea of love. And I didn't take time to like let it hurt and then move on. So after doing some self-introspection and unearthing the ugly, I had to take the hurt to God. And I remember in that time period, after my friend called me bitter and after me actually asking myself, am I bitter? It's more comfortable. And also actually ask myself, like, yo girl, what's happening? What's happening with you? Are you okay? And realizing that actually, no, there's some disappointment, some hurt that I actually need to take to God in a way that I didn't realize that I needed to. Because guys, when you're ready to love someone and you are invested and they leave, you can't tell me that your heart was never in it. Like, your heart was in it. So when they leave, it's like they're leaving with like a little bit of it. And that hurts a lot. So I remember in that time period reading from my Bible app, and the verse of the day, coincidentally, just being Ezekiel 36 verse 24. And I was like, this is God speaking. There's no way this is just the verse of the day. Because it spoke to me so intently, guys. I read it and I was like, wow, okay. This is for me. And it said, this is now the NIV, but when I read it wasn't the Message translation because it was on the app. But the NIV says, I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. So I read that and I was like, guess whose heart is stony? Yours. Guess who needs a new heart? You. So, and I remember reading that and just acknowledging that, God, when these people left, even though I tried to pretend like it wasn't that deep, my heart was in it. And I need you to give it back so that I'm unconcerned with your progress, so that I can just move on without actually hoarding all of those negative feelings towards the idea of love. Don't get me wrong, I didn't have anything against the individuals. Like, they're good people. And I think that's actually also what made it worse. The fact that they were good people. And I was like, there is no way this person is sent from above. Like, when you marry someone in your head, we gotta stop that. We gotta stop that because that worsens the hurt when and if they leave. But anyway, that's besides the point. No, actually, it is part of the point. I married this person in my head, so when they left, it hurt a lot. It hurt a lot. But now I realize how that hurt was also connected to my expectation of what the relationship was supposed to turn out like. And when it didn't, I didn't know how to recover. But yet I jumped into the next thing that God also showed me was not for me. And then when that happened, I was just like, you know what, I'm done. I'm so done. So, I just had to come to a place of surrender and actually tell God that, listen, I need a new heart. Like, mine is pretty bruised and it's grown pretty bitter. And I love the Psalm 147 verse 3 that says, He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wound. And oftentimes when I'd read that, I'd think, yeah, this is for people who are mourning or like who are going through serious heartbreaks. Like, they need God. I don't need God. This is just a relationship. Like, I trivialized romantic heartbreak so much because I'm like, I don't actually think God cares about this. Like, but I wasn't right in trivializing the heartbreak because I didn't realize how it affected me in the long run. And so just repenting from my pride and thinking I could actually handle it on my own and get over it on my own and heal on my own and be good in protecting my own heart. I had to repent of that pride. It is pride. Because who do you think you are to know how to take care of yourself? You have to lose yourself in God. You gotta give your heart to God. So one of my friends, her name is Yasmin, and she's someone that I really admire in the faith. I remember we were talking about heartbreaks amongst the friends, and she was like, I've never had my heart broken like that. And I was like, there is no way. You had to have some crush, some boyfriend break your heart at some point in time. And she was like, no, that's never happened. Because you can't break something that you don't own. Oh, she said, you can't break something that you don't have. Something along those lines. And I was like, damn, okay, all right. Like, when she said that, she was alluding to the fact that God has her heart. So whoever comes and goes, like, it might affect her, but not that much. I don't know if this is what she actually means. Bro, let me know if I'm wrong. But that's how I interpreted what she said when she said you can't break something that you don't own. So, you know, in realizing that, okay, I actually need to give my heart to God. So, and trust him with it that, listen, God, if someone does come and they leave, I'm secure enough in you that you will restore what has been broken. Because he is the restorer of broken hearts. I had to let my walls down eventually. And I mean, now I just don't prefer relationships. But it's not because I'm scared of them. It's just because of other reasons. That I will not disclose for the sake of time. And me and my friend Dando were actually talking about this. I think I might just have to bring her back. My battery's low. Might just have to bring her back for another video. But we're actually talking about this, about how when, you know, it goes back to trauma. When you're hurt once, you don't want to be hurt again. And so you will build up these walls to protect yourself. But is that really the way to live? Jesus came that you might have freedom, even from your own fears and inhibitions. So if you're living like that, I don't know, maybe just evaluate. Maybe just take the hurt to God, take the trauma to God. But yeah, guys, that's just a little bit of my story on my heartbreak story. I don't know if I've gotten to a point of making a story type. I probably wouldn't. I'd really like to protect the people who are involved. But yeah, guys, so I don't know, man. Love is so beautiful. Love is so beautiful. I mean, I've been hurt multiple times, but if you ask me if I would love again right now, I would. Okay, maybe not right now, but like I would. Like, it's so beautiful. And we really, I mean, if you decide that you don't want to get married for whatever reasons, I have friends that say they don't want to get married. Then if you don't want to get married because you simply don't want to get married and you want to pursue God for the rest of your life, then that's fine. But if you are opposed to the idea of love because of what people have done to you, or because people have come and they've left, or because people have came and made you question your value, then maybe just take that to God. Because you're only robbing yourself of one of life's most beautiful things. I'm just a sucker for love, guys. So anywho, that's it for this video. Let me know if you guys want a part 2. And I don't know. Let me know if you guys want to talk about it. Must I run another Q&A poll about how y'all dealt with heartbreaks and share it? I don't know. I just think this is such an interesting topic for me. Because I'm still healing. Personally, I'm still finding ways to love safely. I don't know, y'all. It's just, it's interesting. It's very interesting. But anywho, that is it for this video. I am gonna be signing up.